Oh, wow, it's already chapter 5. Okay. That was a pretty short chapter. Hey, how long's the 6th chapter? Is it like significantly longer than the first 3 chapters? Oh, we're gonna keep going for sure. It's like we have a whole like extra 40 minutes to keep playing. I guess I can worry about this later. My first initial thought. Okay, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We'll get to the end of this, and I'll ask a few of the people who have played this how far we're into it. Honestly, I could just commit to finishing this on Friday, no matter how long it's gonna take. And he lives. Yeah, that was the mistake. That's... If the character doesn't die on screen, the character is still alive. That's why you never throw characters down a ravine. I've learned my lesson. I don't think it was terribly long. Okay. So, question. Will it extend past, like, let's say, like, I get done how far I'm gonna get done with this, right?
Bye bye, Misyr.
Is it gonna extend past 3 hours on Friday? Like, if I want to play on Friday, right? Will it extend past 3 hours? You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna finish it on Friday. I don't actually care how much longer it is. Just be like, we'll just commit to it. Just commit to it. Just commit to it. Friday, we're gonna finish it. That's the commitment. It'll be a good day for it because it's Friday and then we get the weekend. So it'll be good. Yeah, and people will be finishing work or off work or whatever. So we can. It's kind of more reasonable to go slightly longer on a Friday than it would be on a Tuesday. It would be harder for me on a Tuesday anyway. Both just sit here and cry or be really... Yep. Really? Interesting. I'm curious.
Yeah. 丸2日。君はピクリともしなくてね。さすがの僕も焦ったよ。どこ行くつもりだい？落ち着きなよ。僕のお手製でよければコーヒー入れてあげるからさ。それから互いに情報共有を。
琴音を助けに行かないと。
君の焦りがわからないとは言わない。彼女の身が何より心配なのもわかる。
Sorry, I'm turning the game up a little bit because I think the whole moment's not being as loud as it needs to be.
少なくとも今の君にできることは何もないよ、ミシェル。
Fucking. Hey, Suabe, maybe tone down the good voice acting, huh? Leave some voice acting for the rest of us. The voices are already as high as they can be. It's like one of the first things that I did because this was an issue in the common route too.
I いつもひょうひょうとしていた君がそんなに取り乱すなんてね。
You know, Maya games tend to have this problem. That's unfortunate.
今は冷静になるんだ。そして状況を理解するんだね。
You didn't notice this with Code Realize? Really? Interesting. To hear different people say it. Oh! He's a human?
No.
He lost all of his clothes. I shouldn't be making a joke here. This is the first thing I thought, though. He's also not God. He was pretty close to that before.
君が寝てる間にね、アスモデウスにも見てもらったんだ。今の君の体は全ての魔力を失っているそうだ。その姿といい、今の君は正真正銘ただのどこにでもいる普通の人間になったんだよ。
You know, I imagine it's just pretty poor timing. It's not that it was fast, it was like, you know, he got all of the magic taken out of him. It's now all Noah's.
ミシェル・アレックス。これ以上彼女を独占しないでよ。君はもう異形の姿も滅びの力もない存在。無力で無価値な存在。君はあっちで幸せになればいい。これは僕からの最後のプレゼント。
Okay, if he wasn't evil, that would be nice. Why didn't you do that before? Huh? That must be a weird feeling, that's for sure. Hey Shemai, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Join the misery! The misery.
なんでこのタイミングで無力な人間なんかに
Fucking Rindo's standing over there like, hey, what the fuck? The robe was the magic? There you go. That's why he needed so many. That's why he needed so much cloth, because he was so strong.
今度は俺が君を救って。
What right time, Shimai? What right time? Has there been a right time this stream so far? I feel like it's been nothing but wrong times.
This このゲートに限ったことじゃない。今やすべてのホールや亀裂、人間界だけじゃない。他の異世界のそのすべてが君がいた世界に強制的につながってしまったんだ。
Oh, weird.
行かなきゃ。たとえ死んでも、俺は彼女を。
いい加減にしろよ。
Oh no. Suabe is going to be really good at his job, isn't he?
なんで何も言わないんだ。今の君に何ができる。この僕にすら劣るような君に彼女が助けられると思ってるのか。頼れよ、僕たちを。 ここで君があの世界に向かったところで無駄死にだ。僕たちの仲間が一人消えるだけ。彼女だけじゃなく、君は僕たちに友人すら失わせるつもりなのか。
This guy's really good at his job.
ちょっと殴る力強すぎない。
Yeah, well, the first thing we're gonna do is we have to get the gang back together,
なんだけど。
and then we're gonna go all Marvel Avengers on his ass.
困った魔王様にはこのぐらいのお給がちょうどいいだろう。
Suabe is legitimately just one of the fucking best ever, man. He's so good. Feel like we should coerce Sammy to play another long Ninomai directed game for Suabe. I mean, there's like 2 things in there. Code Realize is definitely one of those that's like on the backlog because it doesn't really have like I'm not like it doesn't have any like there's nothing pressing to play it, right? There's no like fan disc coming out. There's not a game coming out like soon or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I just always have it in the background, but I have all of the games, obviously. Oh, hey. Wait, are these 2 here, or is this in the flashback that Rendo's like this is occupying the 2 days that Misyr was like knocked out? Okay, it is flashback. Yeah, so like Realize Code Realize is set, and don't get me wrong, I really want to play Code Realize because Cardia is like everything I've heard about Cardia is like this is going to be one like a pro tag I'm really gonna like. But it just has a low priority right now, which is like kind of a really shitty thing to say.
帝が開発した装置が反応を示した以上、飛ばされた先はミシェルのいる世界が最も可能性としては高いはずだが、それも断言はできん。
一番手がかりになりそうな装置の録音機能とやらも大半が雑音ばっかりだったしな。
When we get we need the otome game where instead of all of this happening, basically we get the opposite, where it's just like get a situation where like Kotane has to go save like all the boys or something like saves Misyr or some shit. That's what I want.
できることからやるしかねえな。片っ端から探しに行くとしようぜ。
現状の我らにできることは
Like not that the pro tag hasn't like saved a character before, but I want the protagonist to save a character via beating somebody up. Like legit, like forcibly has to kill them or get rid of them. Anyone know how to pay? There is Helba, go check the Costco site. I know I was inside a Costco not too long ago, and their micro SD that was 400 gigs and it was $50. I've been meaning to get it myself. I'm just waiting for a paycheck. I've been waiting for a lot of things for a paycheck. Like, I'd really like to play King of Fighters. I'd really like to, you know, get a couple games, but things have to wait. Oh, for the Vita, Pfft, never mind, sorry. Yeah, I cannot help on that front. I am terribly sorry. Can we not? Don't do this in video games, please. Did they ever make like a micro SD to Vita memory converter? Someone made that hack? Okay. It's really God's work. Oh my God, he looks so freaking normal. Oh, he's not occupying anywhere near the amount of space he did before. Oh, look at him. He's like a skinny teenager. Oh man, this is too fun. Like, not the time to laugh at him because he's really down on his luck, and I love Misyr, but like, God, he just looks like a huge dork. I'll take the jacket though. Sorry, just making sure anything that's popping up on my thing is not something I have to respond to immediately. It is not. All right, we're good. I'll take this for sure. With the purple lined interior as well. Absolutely.
俺が勝手にそう呼んでるだけだけどね。便宜上、俺の本当の世界の呼び名だよ。
なるほど。それにしては名は体を表すというか、随分なことをしてくれちゃってるけど。ともかくその世界の侵食についてまずは原因の特定をするべきだと思ってね。起き抜けで悪いんだけど、ミシェル、今から GPM に。
原因というか、きっかけなら分かってるよ。
How did this get worse?
otomeちゃん。
そう。終わりの世界が彼女という存在を求めた結果がこの世界の侵食ってわけさ。
Really? That's why?
えつまり君の住んでいた終わりの世界、それにはもともと人格のようなものが宿っていて、それがノアと名乗り、彼女を自分の世界へという。
Oh, he's the world.
人間界へ侵食したっていうこと？
Oh. Okay, that explains why he can absorb powers, actually.
俺だって未だに驚いてるよ。数万年あっちに住んでても全然つかなかったわけだし。
What has actually caused more problems? Is it womanly wiles? Or is it just general humanity?
どういう理屈でいつから人格が宿って何がきっかけで彼女を求めたのか正直さっぱりだよ。
In this essay, I will argue that womanly wiles has been the worst thing to happen to society and will eventually bring the downfall of everything as we know it.
あの世界に普通の人間が向かったとしてどのぐらい生きていられる？
長く持っても24時間。
Wow, we're at a comfortable number.
ただそれはあくまでも配下。確実な島での時間。基本は
Accidental womanly wiles.
動かせない。
My cafe owner can't possibly be this cute.
ノアは彼女を殺さないと言ってたし、そこだけは例外だと思いたいけど。カヌスとイグニスがいないなら、残った戦略は俺と君。
Our only things are you, oops, and me, in which I have no powers,
あれ、そういえば、
and you have a gun.
一回も話に出てこなかったけど。
Oh no, they finally thought about ill.
伝え忘れてごめん。イルも展開に彼女を探しにね。
そっか。ともかく彼女を救うためには終わりの世界に行く
He kind of went over that pretty quickly.
無策で使うことはしないけど、その意志を曲げるつもりはないよ。
ああ、分かってる。僕だって彼女を助けるために全力を尽くすよ。ミシェル、さっき僕が言いかけた件、GPM でのことなんだけど、彼女を助けることにつながると思う。その下準備をしてもらうから、少し電話をしてくる。ちょっと待ってて。ああ、ミシェルが目覚めたから、例のものの準備を進めるよう。
Oh, it's
電話
time.
してくれる？けど、本当にいいのかな？あのことを
Oh.
ミシェルに伝えなくて。
Oh no. Mishiru's going to get mad. Oh, it's Asmodeus.
あの天使、イルが展開にさらわれたことはエセ魔王には伏せておけ。
Oh no.
今エセ魔王は我が花嫁のことでいっぱいいっぱいだろう。
God, I just realized this isn't a love triangle. I completely forgot about Asmodeus.
キャパオーバーするに決まっている。
Brother, this cute cafe owner has caused so many problems.
本人が自分のことは後回しにしろと、そうメッセージを残したのだからな。あんなけなげな願いを俺様たちが買わんで何とする。
まあね。
では展開に戻るぞ。断罪の使徒よ。
Your girlfriend has been kidnapped, so we're getting help from the other guy who also kidnapped her. At least, like, Asmodeus seems more of like the guy who is just like, all right, that guy is not playing fair. So as soon as we deal with him, then me and you are gonna hash it out. But him first, he needs to go. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But that guy sucks, so I really dislike him.
Misyr まさかあの天使が魔界にも伝わる断罪の天使だとは夢にも思わなかったが。
Damn.
最強の天使である以上、大抵の困難は自力。
As the strongest of angels, he could overcome most difficulties on his own. But he was too busy being a super duper cute boy, so he didn't do that.
そもそもだ。俺様たちに天界へ向かう手段がない以上。
Ill is so strong, he's known in the demon world, yeah. Why fight crime when you can be cute? This is big facts. Hello. Hey. Why are we hurting both the cute boys? What the fuck? Hello? Is that okay? We already did one. Yeah, I think. No worries, Shamai. It's completely understandable. I appreciate you stopping by anyway. Thank you.
お待ちを。
I'll be I think I'll be finishing this on Friday if you want to stop by. Same time as this, just on Friday.
断罪の人にこれ以上の負荷をかければ
Have a good
行
one.
動にすら支障が出るかと。
皇帝、私も神罰の一時中断を決定した。
拒否します。あなたに再接続などします。私は今のいるアンシャンテに戻る。
不快であると表現しよう。己が半身たる私への再接続を。
You're being really moody about this, just like you were in Ill's route. Oh no! That little island is gone.
これ
That got, well, really hope that was just like the storage facility, I guess.
アンシャンテに戻れる。
それならあの大災害の葉は人々と君が僕につけた名は
Yeah, we can fix that.
この世界の名前ノア、それが僕の名前だよ。バイバイミシェル、今までありがとう。
Oof. Now Ill's seeing all this.
お願いいるから
Hmm.
もう君はいらないんだ。
ああ、まさかあの夜私が拘束されて
Oh no, he's gonna feel bad?
から
Oh my god.
今の映像と現象にて理解した。
Do you? You asshole?
そして事態は予測よりもはるかに深刻だと判断する。
Oh,
おそ
good
らく
job.
数時間以内にあの区画に起きた現象がこのカエルム全体に広がるだろう。
God sucks. I could have said all of this,
ノア
and I have far less tubes coming out of my body.
時を経てその言葉を聞くことになろうとは。
Oh. Oh, that's right. I guess the
あの世界について
the
ご
arc,
存知
the
なのです
arc,
か
the arc. I forgot.
皇帝
But can you? I cannot play the organ. No.
情報としていたが
I am not musically attuned.
状況が状況である。
I did play the violin when I was younger, but
お
you
前た
know.
ちにも情報を共有しよう。
If I ever learn to play the organ, assume that I am now evil. It's the only reason. Only thing they had in common is they were evil? Got it. Spatial collapse.
.現在発生している異常と記録データを比較する限り、その原因は
Oh, look at that. I'm disappearing far less when I'm leaning it forward.
終わりの世界からの進出が生んだも
Well,
の
I wish I knew that. Well, no. Now my forehead's disappearing. Wonderful. Cool. I really need that third light, I think.
そして人間はその大災害の原因を突き止め、ある機関の名を取り、こう名付けた。ノアの大災害。
Wait, this started like when the Great Flood was happening? Oh, they're kind of explaining it. No, that's why that's why the angel world's the tech world, I guess. What the hell? I was literally just like sitting around and then I started disappearing more.
いくつもの異世界が
Whatever.
人間界から分かたれたと言っても過言ではない。
Oh my god, it's 5 o'clock. Alright.
人間界
As soon as we get done with this exposition, then we can call it.
ソは箱舟にて流れ着いた人間であり、彼らがあらゆる可能性の進化を遂げた存在であると推測される。このカエルムで私に生産される天使も同様にな。
天使が人間
Welp! We kind of knew that before, sort of.
その救済実現のため、我らは幾度となく
Explains why all the non-humans are humanoid anyway. Yeah, that's true.
救済用のホールを天界から人間界へとつなげるために。
だが、それが裏目に出たようだ。よもや
It is
我らの実験
very JRPG.
終わりの世界を人間界や我が天界へみすみす近づけることになるとは。
Yeah, maybe you should have been doing something else other than stealing ill, huh?
どういう意味ですか？
我らの行った実験は空間の境界を揺るがし、各地あるいは各世界にホールを重界ベスティア。あの世界がいい例だろう。他世界に比べてホールの発生頻度が異常なほど多いのは
我らの実験結果とも言える。
Oh, they caused all of the bulls, the Minotaur showing up, basically.
人間界へのアプローチはそれほど高精度に行えていなかったはずだが、おそらくあの終わりの世界とやらはそれを中継点として利用し、人間界へと接近したと思われる。
Doesn't that sound wrong? Doesn't that sound like a mistake to do? Like, to get to the human world, yeah, just like skirt the end of times.
成功を見越し、救済前の最終実験として行った人間界天崎島上空で行ったホールの
And then the big giant skeleton fist came out of the sky, and we were like, oh.
その間に
And then then God was like, oh no, maybe we kind of fucked up. And then they were like, nah, it's fine, we'll still heal anyway.
神よ、提供されたデータとあの映像の内容を照合する。
I feel like this is slightly
自
illogical.
身そのものを終わりの世界だと。ノアだと名乗ったあの
Not like unless their point is we need ill in order to make this better.
皇帝
But they've never stated that. They're just saying like we kind of like we want ill back. Stop. We're sick of him in the human world.
繰り返される執着を意味する発言から予測するに、どうやら終わりの世界ノアは淡き琴音を狙って
Oh.
人間界への接近を試みたようだ。
Oh, the world the universe was literally ending because of Kotane.
その身柄確保が侵食開始の決め手となったか。ゲートの間に誘導したのは握手である。
Are you kidding?
よもやあの凡庸なる娘に我らを脅かす脅威との
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, isn't it, God? Oh my God. Oh, this game, oh God. I literally, the world is going to end because of Kotane. Kotane is so adorable. This world is going to end. The universe is going to end because of how cute she is. Oh no.
蹴るな。
何？
ならば今ミシェルや琴音
I'm surprised they've pinned in writing wise. I'm surprised they've pinned a lot of this on God.
何もかもがこの展開あなたたちのせいじゃないか。
Why is the ash spreading? I'm not sure anymore. It has Kotane, right? So why would it be approaching the human world now? Still.
よくも名ばかりの救済などのためにそんな身勝手な理由で。
Oh shit. It's probably just yeah, I mean you can also just like chalk it up to like Noah's probably down. Noah's probably down with just like raising the rest of the universe and just having it be Kotane and him.
彼のことを少し俺に任せてもらっていいかな。
私の仲間を家族を。
Oh jeez, he's mad.
我 我が最高傑作たる個体が見苦しい。深刻な不具合が発生していると判断できる。ソリトゥス、ロより専用培養層へと霊力を送る。回復次第、次回の神罰でこそ再接続を申請するよう通覚などを高める処理を行う。
了解。見心のままに。
The world's ending and you're putting away your strongest card? Yeah! There he is! I was wondering when Epilogi was going to show up. Alright, this is a good place to stop. Alright, I'm gonna make a new save state just so we have the save state before that you guys said I should have hard saved. Just to sort of state where we're going here. I don't know how much longer this is going to take, but we're just gonna sit here and do it. Because, God forbid, if I had like 30 minutes to an hour left and I had to wait until Tuesday, I would literally kill myself. So, instead of doing that, just finish it today. It's Friday, right? So why not? I noticed the snow. Oh, I thought I fixed you. I spent so much time trying to fix you. Oh my god. Okay. Hopefully the consequence of getting extra whole green screen will be lit properly. I love that's like part of the reason I love actually streaming outside of the streaming from the office. The office has these awesome big LED bright as shit lights that are fucking great. They are just the best fucking streamer lights you ever see. Like, they're just the best lights for a camera that they make a C920 look awesome, right? And the green screen at the office is not good, by the way. It is far worse than mine. It is crinkled and it is crinkled and it's not straightened and it hasn't been ironed in fucking decades. But the lights are just fucking awesome. So it does you like getting a good green screen at the office is just so easy. But here it's been so difficult. Third light's gonna really having the two lights hit the green ambient third light hitting. Sorry, I'm talking about big this on my screen.
Yeah, 魔王様。本当に人間になっちゃった。
Kitty Mishiru is so funny.
ああ、正真正銘、ただの人間だよ。
Want to mess his hair up. Oh man, don't you want to just like mess his hair up really bad? Just want to like. I know his hair is already messy, but I just want to like mess his hair up really, really bad.
でも目が覚めて本当に良かった。
Yeah, I bet it's really fluffy. From years of being a Demon King, I'm sure it would be really... I'm sure it does wonders for your hair. Just having magic in your hair at all times. That's really the secret, honestly, to good luxurious hair. Is just be magic.
やっと来たか。魔界では世話になったな。エセ魔王。ん
This game really did the crazy bombastic characters so well. Like Mikado, Asmodeus, and Dromi are all just fucking great.
ならば、あえてこう呼んでやろう。魔王改め、魔力の抜けた王。略して、魔抜け王。これもきっと魔界で散々俺様をビビらせてくれた報いに違いない。
うるさい。少し黙ってろバカ魔王。
いとらのか。
Oh man, Karya is the one who's actually... Karya is the one that's actually fought Asmodeus too, so he should know how strong he is, and he's still just like, I do not care.
代の勇者と同じく俺様最大の弱点を瞬時に魅力とは。
Wait, what? Save that noise? Okay, hold on, 1 second. I should, Sorry, I played on the Xbox controller now, so I have to relearn all of the button maps again. Where did I put the other one? It should have been one of these. Was it this one? No, this is the one I've been using for something else. No, I put it up higher. I put it up higher. I put it up higher here. Hey Costa, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a good Friday, or at least winding down before the weekend. My water bottle is green screening. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, it is. Oh, you know what? You know what's funny? Is because I hard keyed the green, so I hard keyed the green this time because it gets to be a little bit better if you hard key the specific green. But I hard keyed it off the camera, so it's like kind of tealish when it comes into the camera a little bit. It's not that like really vibrant green that you know what a green screen is. And so it is far closer to this color now that I realized it. And funny. I knew it! I knew he was gonna say something like that.
誰が入るか。
あたたた、いた、ほんと痛いぞ。
I thought about a middle schooler. This shit is like, oh man, I said I was a Demon King, but maybe that was a mistake. Yeah, it's the one time. It wasn't that, you know, he had to fight Asmodeus or try to save Kotane. It was the fact that he just watched Karya kick him in the nuts and then have Goro also beat him up while he's on the ground. And then he was like, you know what? Hindsight 2020, that was a
終わり
mistake.
の世界への突入ね。普段なら何なんて無茶ぶりをというところなのだけど。
Don't normally full voice act when you're
完全に
doing
死を
like
無
a
効化してほしい
explanation like
というわけでなければ、あ
also
る程
Bado.
度は実現可能だね。本当にうむ、こんな状況で嘘はつかないとも。これは人外抑制薬サプレッシオ。人外のみが持つ特殊な力を抑制し、行動を制限する。
non-human control.
詳細は省くけど、普段は危険な人外への対処に使っていてね。
あの世界が正真正銘、ただの世界というのなら。
Honestly, this is one of those things you're supposed to ignore. This is one of those things that you're definitely supposed to ignore. But yeah, I totally forgot. It's just one of those things you're like,
ところがだよ。君からの情報を
this seems too one
あの終わりの世界。ノア
like this is too
世界という名
fixy.
の形をと
too
ったいわ
It
ゆる
fixes too
人外
much. Fixes too much.
だよ。
I was trying to say like this is kind of crazy for a fix all situation, but you know, whatever.
形はともかく生きた人外である以上、ノアの世界、いや体に対してもサプレッションは有効って。
Oh no, should
そういうことだと思う。まあさすがにあの世界に薬を散布して攻撃っていうのは体積的に無理だけど。
Hello. Not for me though. Sorry about that. There's been a guy in a Mustang today who spends at some point in the day will just rev the fuck out of his car. It is a house over, loud as fuck on her, and like he does it literally every single. Call the cops on him.
君の肉体に投与して受けるダメージの影響を軽減するのは可能だろうね。
It is the loudest car on earth. Like it sounds like two motorcycles strapped together, and it's just on. And I am like, yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything because it didn't really affect me. It was really annoying, and that dude loves his fucking car. I'm like, all right, have fun. But the fact that it got dealt with makes me happy. Or I should say, quote unquote, dealt. Because the cop comes and says, please stop doing it.
ちょっと一滴触ってみたら完全に体から力が抜けちゃったし、俺も人外だからさ。
I don't Barry, I don't have enough energy to bother with that sort of. If it doesn't if it was happening so it happens at usually 9 or 10 at night, or usually around dinner time or something like that, 5 or 6 around then. So if it happened during the stream, I might have walked up to him personally and been like, "Hey, your car's dope, love it. Try your best not to do it between 3 and 5."
まあとにかく投与する場合は純粋な人間にしかできないし、この作戦を実行できてかつ終わりの世界に突入できるのは
But I would have talked to him personally. I would have not called the cops.
ただ一人。
I would have called the cops if he decided that he didn't care about what I said. But
ミシェル君
would rather just talk to them per.
俺だけ
Hey, Sign, thanks for stopping by.
異形になり果てたと
Hope you're having a good Friday. Hey, Donda, thank you for stopping by.
唯一生き残った人間
Hey, friends, thank you for coming through.
だから
No worries.
あの
I
世界を
appreciate
も
you
たらすし
taking any time to come
最低限の体制
along.
く
I
らいは
really
ある。
appreciate it. I'll probably be streaming for a bit today, though, Donda, because I'm gonna go through the rest of the game, and I'm kind of will end up speaking at least a little bit of a retrospect. Passed out. Oh god. I stayed up watching Stardom. Stardom is a Stardom Wrestling is a Japanese women's wrestling promotion that is currently, in my opinion, putting on some of the best wrestling in our world minimum. And in my opinion, the best women. So yeah, I stayed up until 4 o'clock to watch that show. So I am also very tired.
Tada, 逆に聞きたいのだけど、君は大丈夫なのかい？あくまでこのサプレシオは応急措置。もっとひどい言い方をすれば悪あがき。
I stay up a lot, Sign. I stay up quite a bit, but normally it's a very sort of just malaise, and I usually don't don't do much, but we were getting pretty high plus.
それでも君はたった一人で
Oh yeah, fucking Yuya art just flexing hands for literally no reason.
足を踏み入れるというのかい？なあ、少しのためらいもないよ。俺は必ず彼女を助け出してみせる。
I saw pictures of Yuya's own hands and see why. Like their own actual hands? Were they just the most gorgeous hands on earth? Does Yuya have a different perspective on hands than the rest of the universe, and that's why she can draw them better than everybody else? There's a there's everybody who draws hands, right, inevitably draws them worse than their actual reality. Your hands are normal, and then you can only draw them to a certain level, but their hands are just so much more better than everybody else that dropping it down drops them to a god tier drawing level. That's cool. It's also surprising. Actually, yeah, not really.
貴様は偉大なる俺
You
様を
know,
語り、
artists
そんに
either
も
take
魔王を
care
名
of their
乗っていた
hands
身
like
だ。
insanely well or not at all.
だが偽物でも魔王ならば魔王らしく、真の魔王たる俺様のように、欲しいものはその手で奪い取れ。
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the fact that Asmodeus is the one who's doing this talk. Asmodeus is he might have started this mess, but he is a true homie. And he only started it because he was ill-informed of the situation. Yeah, it's exactly, Cat Cracker. It's your hands are exploded, or it's like literally if you're not like using your hands to do something, your hands are stretching. As I say that right now. I definitely don't do them as much as I should, but I promised myself that if I ever remember to do them and I'm not doing something right then immediately, I should do them right then. That's why I'm doing it right now. That's my until I get to doing them consistently, because I use my hands for work and then I use my hands to play video games. Already mess their hands up just playing video games on their own.
そっちこそ人間界もいろいろ危ないんだし、自分の身は自分で守りなよ。
Yeah, this is also really cute. Did you watch the new Heroines Run the Show episode? I did not, Sign. I'm sorry. I did not yet. I've been a little bit behind on last week's anime. I caught up on Komi, Spy X Family. I finished
向こうは世界そのものなんてラスボス以上に
I finished Nozaki-kun.
無力な人間が
When did I finish Nozaki? Did I finish it before last stream? No, I finished it 3 days. Did I finish Nozaki-kun last time? Like last time we were talking? No, okay, so I finished Nozaki-kun. Finish Gekkan Shoujo. I'll save it for I'll save it for after. I'll save it for after. I'll save for talking for after. Great. Okay. How about that?
ま、適当にちょちょいっとなんとかなるさ。
You will hear a lot of words from me. What else did I catch? I'm a little bit behind on things because of rest. I'm spending this week catching up on almost everything. Diamond? I think that's what it's called. Diamond. Diamond? One of the things that's really hard about me picking up Japanese is that very commonly they will have 3 vowels in a row of Daimon. And that is a unnatural sound structure for English speakers. Usually at most there's 2 vowels, and they always take that 2 vowels and combine it into 1 vowel. So English always changes the vowel when they add multiple vowels together, but Japanese does not. And yeah, the French solution is just like get rid of some of them, right? But Japanese does not. So like learning to switch your mouth, learning to switch the sound that the vowel is, is very difficult for English speakers because vowels are not spoken with vowels are not AI, yeah. And so it's just really difficult. I don't have that muscle structure yet. There's some words that I can say, but not it usually takes me one tries. And really helps to hear it.
じゃあその願いを叶えてあげる。あのアンシャン
But
テ
that
があ
one
れ
I
ば
I caught up on that one. It's really cute.
君は
It's just sort of a lot of characters dealing with some also Japanese
ずっ
I
とずっと
love it works.
僕と一緒にいてくれるんだよね。
Dress Up Darling? Yeah, watch that. Dress Up Darling is I started the first episode of A Couple of Cuckoos, and while I don't like the harem pining for well, I don't normally like multiple characters pining for one other character, like multiple girls pining for the main guy.
入った途端に
As much as I like
とかにならなくてよかった。
as much as I like what's the opposite of just following one group of or one set of characters. I'm gonna give it a couple. I appreciate you stopping by at all, Donda. Thank you. Obviously the VOD will be here, but you've been a big part of the whole Café Enchanté run through, so I appreciate your time.
ミシェル戻ってきてたんだね。
ノア。
ミシェルどうして戻ってきたの？
どうしてって君がそれを聞いちゃうの？
うん。だってわからないから。せっかく僕が人間界で幸せになれるようにってその姿をプレゼントしたのに。
じゃあそれに答えるためにこっちも質問。琴音は生きてる？
生きてるよ。この世界といや僕そのものと同化しつつ。
同化？
そう。彼女は今不要な人の姿を失いつつあるんだ。最後に残されるのは意識のみ。彼女の意識と僕の意識。その同化さえ果たしてしまえば彼女と僕はまさに一心同体。共にこの乾ききった永遠を生きて僕を孤独から救ってくれるんだ。
なるほど。それが君が彼女に望むことか。
It has taken this pretty strong, pretty well.
それじゃあ俺も君の質問に答えるよ。なぜ俺がこの世界に戻ってきたか。君の敵として俺ははっきりと正々堂々と。
This is a real how to say this is a real civil discussion between two enemies.
救われたかどうかなんて関係ない。俺は君と同じく ただひたすら彼女を求めて。
This is like whenever you get any of the shows that have like politics in them, right? Reminding me of like what Genius Prince, if anybody saw that show, where it's like much of the action happens in just people standing across from a table from trying to outweigh each other. Like just regular conversation.
特に止めたりはしないよ。
Oh, it's your loving neighbor. That neighbor is my true arch nemesis. The only time I actually really disliked that is I had the guitar or the garage like slightly open. That's where my setup is. Just to let some like air run through, and it fucking felt like it was reverberating. Horrible.
とにかく歩いて歩いて歩きまくる。
What if you get hungry?
今の俺にはそれぐらいしかできないよね。
Before you go.
あんまりだよ。僕から君を奪おうとするなんて。ミシェルは贅沢者だ。これ以上何を望むって言うんだろう。不思議だよね。彼の考えていることがまるでわからない。僕とミシェルの何が違うのかな。
Well, one of them didn't get rid of their body.
僕だって彼と同じく、もともとはただの人間だったのに。
You guys have two different voices.
嬉しいな。僕のことを知りたいって。君はそう思ってくれるの？
One of those.
それなら君には特別に見せてあげる。もちろん僕の記憶だよ。
Exposition time. Woo! Oh boy. Guess there's no nail salons times. Remember that hand? Do I?
さあ、
No, I don't, because I'm a moron.
僕の記憶の世界。
Give me my flashback.
そして
Common route hand. No, I don't remember. Fuck. Remember, like, what happened around it? Maybe that could jog my memory. Was it in her dream? Yeah, okay, it was. It was in the nightmare. It was in the nightmare. Gotcha. Okay. Oh. That's so cool. So cool that the game sets you up so early for the final route.
Wow. まさかこんな場所に何の才能もない僕が連れてきてもらえるなんて。
He was a normal human. I expected that he was a normal human too. So I imagine that like with the arcs, he was also one of the people that that maybe crash landed on this arc with Misyr, but Noah reacted differently.
で各分野に特化した専門家しか入れないっていう祭壇ですよね。最近発見された異世界についても調べてるっていう。本当に僕なんかに手伝えることがあるんですか?
Yeah, it's hard not to, right, Barry? Because it's like they definitely put a little bit of extra love into it. For better or for worse. Because they get a little bit of more exposition, they get a little bit more tie-in with the world. You can sometimes kind of fault other routes for just being a part of the story in the universe, where this one really ties into it and makes the most of it. Yeah, it all comes together. That's really a good way to put it. You'd maybe admonish it a little bit more if you don't like, if you're the type of person who maybe plays otome games for very specific characters. But if you play it for the entirety of the game, then you kind of it maybe you don't always want it to be like that, but you're gonna appreciate that it is like that at all, because it does mean you get a good story here. Like Soiree, right? Like for Soiree, like the final route is definitely just so much more enveloped in the world and uses it to its advantage, because it's taking part of what the gods are. It's taking of the story that hadn't been used before in the past 5 routes. It's like it's doing a lot, right? And then it comes together in the very last piece. So it's like when it comes all together, you're like, oh, this is great. I feel like I'm being rewarded for paying attention to everything beforehand and understanding this world, so that when I get to the finale, when I get to the final route, I should say, I am being able to make judgment decisions just like the main character is, because I have spent this time in this world. I think that's like part of the reason why we can like look at a episode like this route and be like, wow, this is like a really good route, because we're making decisions based off all of the things that have happened in the previous routes, and the writers on this one specifically know this. The writers for the Misyr route know this so well, and they planted all of that shit in the common route, which is why I think like for a finale route, this one kind of goes a little bit above and beyond. And it's kind of like I'm a little bit more okay with this one than maybe I was for Olympia's. Olympia's was more approaching sort of like just getting through the first 4 routes, and then you get to Himika's and Akaza's. But this was more of like, the common route is so big and it was so much of a setup that it made sense that you could throw a little bit of finale teases and stuff like that, but teases in a way that made you really forget about it just right after. That part's just so cool. I really like how they wrote for this game. There's a lot of foresight. If you guys, if you do like this sort of writing, I suggest Dungeon Meshi, which I think got rumored to be picked up for an anime, or it actually got picked up. I'm not sure, but no date or anything. But Dungeon Meshi is a fucking phenomenal manga. legitimately at the moment, I'm like considering it as like one of the best things I've read. Just incredible. And I really look forward to if it actually does have an anime, like an exploding fan. I'm in the firm belief that the team really loves Xenogears, or Xenogames, I should say, because it goes hard on stuff like past tech today. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I can totally see that for sure. Yeah, Delicious in Dungeon Meshi. The mangaka Ryoko Okui is... I am such a big fan of her. I am such a big... And her writing. Her writing, like, is fucking incredible. Like, we can literally sit here. If you said stop the stream, let's talk for 3 hours on how good her writing is, I could do this in a heartbeat. Her writing is fucking incredible. Me and my friend, when we first played it, was like, oh god, this is Xeno series. I mean, you know, the more that I go through things like that, and I see people like just be like, oh man, it's, you know, just like the Xeno saga or whatever. I have a lot of hangups with creation. I have a lot of hangups with like creation. I did not grow up a creative person, per se. Like, I grew up a very sort of logic and science person, and I still am, very much. But that sort of creative aspect of my life, I never flexed. Not until I got into college, I would say. Where I started flexing it a little bit. And then not for realsies until I started doing commentary, like, crap ton. And once I started doing commentary a lot, I really love this creative side of me. And so that kind of goes into this marketing asset. I could always, you know, just pay somebody to do that sort of stuff. But I really do enjoy that sort of aspect of my new personality. Oh, Ricky, thank you for the host. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you so much. Hey, Karu, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, we're playing the last part of one of my favorite visual novels / otome games, Café Enchanté. And it's been a real blast. It's been a real blast. So we're getting to the finale of it all. This is a this is a year and a half in the making. And yeah, after we're all done, I'm gonna talk quite a bit about what I found really fun and exciting about it. So if you guys want to stick around, I'd really appreciate it. If not, cool too. I appreciate your eyes for just You know what? I'm gonna move the chat just because it's been like this for a little bit. Blood. There you go. Because people haven't been okay. Cool. It finally switched off. Wonderful. You know what? That's what I get. Katyusha. I should have looked at the name before I started saying it. I'm terribly sorry. Chunni, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope that everybody's having a good Friday. Hope you guys are having a good lead into your weekend. I'm really excited. I have a full weekend. Really excited. Do all the things that I'm. Arknights tomorrow, and then I'm going to a wrestling show. Live wrestling show. Yeah, wrestling. Humans, jackasses is Genesis. Yeah, that's true. That's facts. Hey, look, humans did it. What a surprise, the humans are at fault. This is the pretty common pattern of you know, random guy. This happens quite often, like a pretty like maybe generic character or a character that is like, you know, a little bit earnest, messes up quite a bit, gets used for the scientific experiment because all of the scientists who are smarter than them see no value in a person who's dumber or maybe doesn't contribute as much to the scientific process. Then he woke up again. He literally became the Chaos Dimension. That's like kind of insane. They literally, like, humans literally made the Chaos Dimension.
ミシェルが環境適応として異形になり果てたのと同じように僕は
I wasn't entirely wrong about Noah like having to adapt, but in a different way though. That's at least cool. I wasn't only wrong. Doesn't explain why he's so smitten for Kotane. Not yet. Well, actually, it doesn't really explain. The only thing it doesn't explain now is why he's so similar. Well, chat, you guys had fun in your spot over there. Logo decided. Yeah, I bet. I bet literally like stretching into a universe fucking sucks.
せめてもっと綺麗な世界として生まれればまだ救われていたかもしれない。
I would think not. I would think not. I think stretching into a universe would just in general suck.
ただの世界になり果てれば楽だったのに。
I have an idea. Mishiru talked about Kotane.
僕は人間としての意識だけ
Right,
を
but
持ち続けてしまった。
so my thought currently is that Noah actually is only smitten for Kotane because of Mishiru. And so,
世界に成り
but
果てたという
he's
絶望。
also taken Mishiru's, like, you know,
この過酷な空間に
personality and
自分し
energy.
かいない。耐え難い孤独。僕は
It's actually hinted that he
それ
did,
に
and
耐え
because
きれ
of
なく
that,
て。
Noah extremely jealous.
だから帰りたかったんだ。
Noah latched onto the. I could
帰り
see
たくて
I could see that the reasoning why he
家族に会い
modeled
たくて
after Mishiru, energy wise, and then is also smitten for Kotane is because these are the only two people ever
だから
interacted with
必死に
since
身を
he's
揺ら
been
し
here,
元
since
い
he's
た
turned
人
into
間界へ
a
と
world.
手を伸ばして
Wouldn't you? First interaction yet? I mean, it happened to Mishiru to some degree, right? His first interaction was with baby Kotane, and like felt like he was saved. After like hundreds of thousands of years, he finally interacted with something else that was not this like crash universe. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the prologues. I kind of skipped through the prologues like in my head because it was so hard for me to remember them without having any sort of like context for them. It's like being told spoilers without why they're spoilers, right? Okay, most people have tried hard time with Russian names. Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually have like little to no experience speaking any like Cyrillic language. It's unfortunate for me because I usually I have like a lot of confidence in speaking any of the Latin languages except for French. And actually have like a fair bit of confidence
けど
pronouncing
僕の
Korean.
その願いは
Not
自分でも抑えよ
any.
うのない人間界
I'm
そ
sorry
の
about
も
that.
のを崩壊させかけてしまった。だから途中でそれも諦めた。
Katusha? Is it like cat, like with an open A, or like a muted A? Hot or cat?
それは僕の本意じゃないから。僕はただ
At. Okay.
帰りたかっただけ。
At.
こうなったことを誰か
Katusha?
のせいにして
Is it like that?
何かを
I'm trying to say it faster than maybe I should. Katusha. Katusha. How's
で
that?
も
Katusha.
僕が必死になったおかげなのか。
Okay, there you go. Wonderful. Katusha. All right, I appreciate that. Thank you. I actually really love that sort of stuff. I love language. It helps out a lot. Thank you. There's the Arknights event that happened recently. Actually taught me how to pronounce. Well, now I forgot it. Asmiesh. Did I say that right? Asmiesh? I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's one of the events. Pretty close. Okay. Yeah, that's an event in Arknights. I'm gonna butcher it again. Asmiesh Mage. Which was one of my favorite events previously when they visited it, and now they're revisiting it again. Really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. There's like a lot of influence of like a sort of a lot of like I don't know if I would have said like entirely Polish, but a lot of Polish influence on the region that is supposed to be Kazmiesh in the video game. So I'm pretty so. Actually, I think Sammy might have been more Russian proper. I think Kazmiesh was more Polish. All of the different all of the different worlds or countries are usually modeled after some sort of actual. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I'm not off. Anyway, I do want to express my appreciation for helping me pronounce it. I'm always really important to myself when I cannot pronounce names properly. If I can do at least names properly, I'd be really happy. Which I've been doing for like most of my life because I watch football. So, you know, I get everybody's names. You watch the Premier League, you watch names from all over the world, so I can pronounce Portuguese pretty well. I can do Italian easily. I can do Spanish and Portuguese. Spanish pretty easy. Can't do Welsh. Don't ask me to. Yeah, the Cyrillic languages are a little hard. Sammy Fish is live? Barely. Yes. If you type the name into YouTube, you'll get the Girl in Panzer cover for the photo. Oh, yeah. Panzer is one of those that I'm like, probably should have watched. Just like in the world. It's just in anime. Oh, there it is. He watching Misyr be saved by Kotane.
裏切られた。なぜどうして彼だけが救われるのか。どうして僕だけはそのままなのか。僕を一人置き去りにして人の心を取り戻した。
What I've been up to? Trying to survive. I've only started streaming again for a little bit. Not like you. Things happened. It was very difficult for me to stream and stream. Noah's not even the jealous ex at this point. Noah is more like... Yeah, he's more like the stalker that thought he was owed something. He's the stalker that like thought that, you know, that someone being a certain way was supposed to be like that all. I mean, you really think about it, Misyr never stood a chance. Brother, you were an entire world made out of ash. You are like literally the chaos dimension. And then this cute little girl showed up. It's not that hard of a choice. Little girl with coffee or the chaos dimension. Is this Noah from the Jewish Bible? Yes. Well, sort of. It's a very hard reference to it, and they use a lot of the story of Noah. And then it's a little bit also embodied. Did you like they use they use the arc to
彼が救われたのは
basically they use the arc or something called an arc to
僕
to
にとって
travel
の
to different
一つの
worlds.
しるべなんだから
Yeah, inspired but not exact.
君
That's a
もそう思うで
basically
しょ
perfect. That's a perfect explanation.
彼がミシェルが救われるのなら僕もまた救われるべきだって
Don't I know it? Oh man, an 800 word an 1800 word passage, and it's been used in media for literal centuries. Like how Candace is not one-to-one with the Dullahan myth. Yeah, I actually really like that, to be honest. Take all of these things that have been sort of enveloped in media for so long now, and you just kind of change them a little bit to make them a little bit more interesting or at least different. To me personally, that's why I love vampire stuff. Not as like, I don't actually like watching a shit ton of vampire stuff. I like the idea of how vampire stuff is done conceptually, because vampire stuff really doesn't have a lot to like, there's sort of like a general concept with vampire stuff. Like one of the only big core things about them is that they like, actually I can't even say that, because sometimes vampire stuff gets rid of the blood aspect as well. A lot of the times vampires are just like related to other vampires by name. Their traits are so different. But that's what also makes it so cool, right? Like there's some vampires who disappear in the sun. There's some vampires who are just weakened by the sun. There's some vampires who just don't care about the sun at all, and that's just like ended up being a myth that got traveled around. Same thing with like, you know, being invited into doors or sucking blood or being stronger or any of that stuff is sort of pick and choose depending on the author. And you can think maybe that's like, you know, that's kind of inconsistent and it makes it difficult to understand sort of what vampire lore is, but like actually what that means is that you get to make so much really cool vampire lore, and because you're not tied down to anything. Your D&D character's a vampire? Yeah, and you can sort of make your own rules for what a vampire is, for sure. Like, speaking of D&D, like Strahd is his own type of character, and you can't kill Strahd. Strahd is like almost sort of like Noah. Strahd is like a world who, to some extent, like he is a domain, and so you make that character Strahd is different from any other vampire that I've. You just wanted to be loved? Yeah, or saved? Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I mean, I can kind of... One of the things you really like about Enchanté is that nobody seems insane. Right? Nobody's methods, or not methods, nobody's conclusions are difficult to understand. They all make sense. And so when you get the main antagonist to show up and say something, you're kind of like, oh, well, even though this in conclusion's incorrect, we can see how you came to this. Say in general that Hatano's just been like really, really strong in the. Sure. Modern vampires are based. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, you know, in that case, that's good that it's kind of been ripped apart from the. All down for taking things from shitty people.
必死に考えたよ。
When's the Sammy Fish cooking stream?
来る日も
My cooking is average at best.
ずっとずっと
I'm not
ずっ
cooking.
と
I'm not cooking for.
そして
Also, if I wanted to do a cooking stream,
思いついた。
I would want like 5 fucking cameras. And I don't have the money.
ミシェルが救われるなら僕も
Oh!
彼になればいいんだって。
One of those funny things that Victoria. You know, that's so funny, right? Because the idea of what exotic is has changed so often over the course of time. I remember reading one of Rene Descartes' Rene Descartes', I think it was his. God, he was which princess was it? He was writing letters to the princess of a country. To the Princess of Bohemia? Let's go with that.
だから
So Rene Descartes writes
そ
the
して
letters to the princess of. Is it Bulgaria? It was yeah, Prince Elizabeth of Bohemia. Okay, I wasn't wrong. So it was to the Princess of Bohemia,
作り上げ
and other than if you guys just want to read something, if you just want to read like really fun,
顔も体も
you guys want to
Misyr
read
Route.
something that is really fun in
僕を
terms of
形作って
watching intelligently oppressed people, being women of that time in the 1600s, talk to a man who thought he was hot shit at the time and just completely just obliterated intellectually by the princess. The letters, Descartes' letters to the princess of real treat. But what they do, to go back to what I wanted to talk about in the first place, they do talk about Descartes' travel to Turkey, or at that time the Ottoman Empire. And he talks a lot about like the treatment of slaves and how the slaves are friends to a lot of the rich and the famous, and they're not considered to be like dirty or weak. And in fact, like the way that they treat slaves is that they want them clean because they're an image, they're a projection, like of, you know, even at the worst you call them property. Like if you kept your property dirty, that looks bad on you. You take care of your stuff. And he talks about that, and he talks about how a lot of these slaves end up being just huge, big, like important friends to princesses and wealthy people and nobles, and how those slaves just like are
思ったほど
completely
うまくはいかなかったけど
unlike anything slaves that the Western Europe had. How women have much of the control of
その強い思いがあって
who to marry, because they're the ones who
概
usually
念的
are
存在だったにもかかわらず
usually the ones that are being pined
仮
after.
初めとはいえ
So women usually have the upper hand in terms of marriage. And in fact, there are points where women did not, and he recognizes one spot where a woman nearly kills herself. I know I shouldn't have laughed, that's sad, but she nearly kills herself because she was being almost forcibly married to a guy, and she thought that was criminal. And I don't laugh in the sense of like that's like a funny thing to say. I laugh in the sense of like how different that is from Western culture, Western European culture.
そのきっかけとしては
And he was just like,
ミシェルの裏切り
and
悪い
there's
結果
routine
が
moments
来る
where in those letters, Rene will say, I should say, Rene Descartes will constantly talk about how this is wild, different, unnecessary. They're taking it too far. And the Princess of Bohemia would constantly be like, this is perspective. You're completely complete brain space in Western European culture, and you cannot possibly understand what these people are coming with, especially when you're going into this with a completely closed mind. And the way that she shits on him is fucking great. You guys, if you don't mind reading philosophy, it's great. One of the very few pieces of a philosophy that came from women pre the 1800s, and not only incredibly well documented, but also highly respected, because Descartes respected the Princess of Bohemia a great degree. That's why he even shared letters with her in the first place. Considered her a brilliant mind, but knew that because she was a woman, and on top of that being a woman who's a noble, didn't really have the opportunity to sort of stretch that intellectual side of her. So he would constantly talk to her, not only in person but over letters about all of those things. This is one of those sort of compilation of letters that is really famous. Sorry, talking over a pretty important part of the story. Hydrate. Hydrate with coffee.
Koi to, so yobun desho. Boku wa kitto kimi ga suki nanda.
Probably like.
Boku wa kimi ga suki. Kotone, kimi wa?
No, Noah, don't fall for her trap. Like every non-human before you.
そうか。もう声を出すこともできないんだね。でも、
Yeah, that's your fault, idiot.
大丈夫だよ。ことね。だって、僕たちは一つに溶け合うんだ。境も何もない。本当の一つに。さあ、おいで。
Oh, hey.
ことね。
What is this? What?
僕の愛しい人。
Why did you use this pose once? Why are the hands like this?
僕を
Such an unnecessary. Yeah, like I just like you literally took Noah's hands and put both of them in the shot just to flex. Unbelievable. I'm furious. Oh. You know, oh, I didn't notice that. You know, the way that like Kotane like quote unquote dies. It's almost the most tragic in the sense that you can't even like
飯を打っても
She dies. She dies. Bimmer, you didn't see the character. There's a character that is being assimilated with no. The way that she quote unquote died. You almost can't like. You almost can't like cry for the character. No. Like in the sense like it like whether you can take it one way or another, but you almost like it is either take it as like the most tragic or like tragic. Like it's either like the least tragic way to like pass a character and therefore the most tragic, or I'm kind of leaning towards the more of the former. You're kind of like, I'm not even allowed to cry for this character. She dies, but she doesn't like die on. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's sort of just like the fact that this character like completely like quote unquote dies without having ever the ability to say anything. There's no final word, there's no speech, there's no save, no like saving another character or sacrificing themselves or any of that. It's literally just like character is now gone. You can take it in the sense of just like the fact that it's so not like the amount of tragedy is so little, like the fact that it's so just a basic passing. It is a passing that does not let you lament over one's life. It's a passing that does not have a purpose to its finale. It is just that it is now gone, and that itself is like the most tragic. Like you can call that the most tragic way to pass. The fact that reminisce about like there isn't that point in time after a character passes or a person passes, the great moments and those happy moments within yourself. Even when somebody passes, have sort of this moment in time where you filter out all bad moments. Only remember that is happening. I mean, that's accurate, right? Maybe a little bit more harsh than the connotations leading to. I mean, not as harsh as the connotation. $15 years pass, and Kotone is 19 in the story, right? 19 or 20. That means the first time he saw Kotone when she was 4. I don't know how much time passes in the common realm, other than 4 months. 19, right? The first time when he sees her through the crack into the universe, or when she's. All right. Well, you know what? If you were there, it would make more sense. All right. Yo, Sunday? Sunday. I didn't know you were going. I'll see you there. Pretty excited for it. Thanks for stopping by, though. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Friday.
もしかして今の全部口に出てた
Was I saying that out loud? I don't like anybody could hear it.
ノア
Well, yeah. No, I guess Noah can.
君
He's here.
して
Everywhere.
俺がアンシャンテの話するの嫌い
Yeah, you're gonna watch me this Sunday. Watch me. Real Mark or look like it.
地味な嫌がらせだね けど手を抜いてくれるってんならこっちは便乗するまであいにく
Gonna yell at me if I respectfully objectify men again.
ね
Was I yelling at you? I was yelling. We were both objectifying men.
ことで必ず君を
I will. I'll never forget that moment. That shit was hilarious. Respectfully, of course, respectfully. Oh,
急に嵐が
magic words. Alien? Not quite. No, I feel you. Yeah, after a couple of videos, coffee. Yeah, Barry, it's like way too obvious, right? They're just like, hey, show up, take this thing over to the universe, it'll be fine. Like, all of a sudden, Mikado has an answer. Oh. Akabane, relax, please. Oh. Alright. Body gonna adapt to be at once? Sure, it took thousands of years. Body remembered.
こんなところで。
Anything fun on Monday? Yeah, rest. Oh, what the fuck? I appreciate the invite, but I'm not driving anywhere that's gonna cost me more than $40 to get there. To be honest with you. I only drive to one place, two places. That is the office and to grocery. Take the train, so then they show up in 3 days. Yeah. Still cost me around $1 to get. I literally cannot afford going to most places right now. That is the honest truth. Gas costs too much. Oh, I was liking it a lot better when he was the blurry part of the CG. No, his eye is not doing fantastic. Right, you're cycling through the CG.
俺はミシェル・アレックスはあらゆる世界のあらゆる命が散った唯一生き残った人間と人外の王なんだから。たとえ異形になり果ててても彼女を見つけ出してやる。
Like, actually, literally. Oh. Yeah, that's certainly a way to put it. How the fuck did he get here? What?
まったく普段から人のことを心配だどうだというくせにあなたの方がよほど心配をかけていますよ。
How did he get here? Also, I like that he's like he's kind of mad at Mission.
Misyr! 救援が遅くなってすまない。つうか、しばらく見ねえ間にイメチェンか。
Wait, is that the first time anybody's seen them in skinny college boy form? Because I think even in the common route, he only goes out with Kotare in that form.
なもんそれぞれのゲートから飛び込んできたに決まってんだ。
Fucking Ignis, you moron.
私の方もなんとか展開から脱出できました。
Yeah, how?
お前も無事で何よりだ。
Wait, what? How? Probably Epilogi. That's a good point, actually. I forgot we flashed Epilogi right before we finished.
お前が語った終わりの世界の情報は
確かにこの環境は我々にとってもかなり過酷ですね。
It's still not explained though.
けどな、俺らはそんじょそこらの人外とは違えしよ。数時間程度なら行動も可能だ。相変わらずすぐには起きる。
Jesus.
故にミシェル、
また枠であろう敵の排除は我らの
Very putting it very bluntly, Canis.
ことの
Like,
捜索に専
oh,
念してほ
okay.
しい。
おい
We can do this for
う
a
ちの
bit.
店主とっとと連れ戻してこいよ。まだ食い足りねえもんもあるしな。
マスターとなる彼女と毎日来店しているあなた。二人が笑顔で揃っているからこその。
There's a whole route about how hard it was to get ill back. That's true.
そう。
There's a possibility there's cooperation though. I mean, they're leaving this open. They're leaving this question mark open for a big reason. Don't know what it is yet. That's true. The womanly wiles was the big problem there, not the Noah.
わかった。じゃあ
Yeah, that's what I kind of alluding to, Catcracker, is that at some point, all of these worlds might have understood that it's best for them to deal with this problem. Because Noah is still encroaching on every world, I think. Sorry, I have to put everybody through trouble to go get my girl back, but you know, I was entirely planning on running chapter 6. Chapter 5 was fucking long, even with my little breaks. We're going all the way. Like, that's it. We're going all the way.